ABC 6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Bill Guile.
Tell you one thing that's an irritant weather department wise, it's all these periods of rain that we keep going through with these heavy downpours, and we've got to get ready for that once again tomorrow morning, especially between 5 and 10 a.m. Starting off, taking a look at the weather almanac though for this evening, and yeah, highs and lows for the day right about where they should be, not hitting any records, that's for sure. Notice the sunset now, 7:47 in the evening. We're losing 2 minutes a day of daylight now at this rate. All right, in Providence, still standing at 80 degrees. Look at these dark base clouds out there as we look off to the west. You see the Johnson Wind Farm in the background there. Dew points have been climbing a little bit. We're in the mid-60s, so it's getting a little uncomfortable, and those dew points are going to continue to rise and stay in the uncomfortable range for the next several days, most of the week coming up, in fact. As we look at the region this hour, we see Smithfield's at 79 degrees. Much of the area is in the upper 70s to near 80 right now, but looking across the entire country, you've been hearing all the stories. The heat in the south, look at the heat dome down here, 104 still at this hour in Houston, Texas, and 104 in Phoenix, Arizona. And then you hit the west coast, and it's in the delightful low 70s between San Francisco and LA. Here's what's happening on the weather map. High pressure is in control from the upper plains, from Montana all the way down to Louisiana. But in between, there are some weather systems to deal with, and the one that's in the Great Lakes right now, that's what we're watching for tomorrow morning. And in fact, in particular, going to keep a very close eye on this warm front through the overnight hours tonight, because if it manages to punch into southern New England and get north of Rhode Island, we could find ourselves getting into some strong, potentially severe thunderstorm activity tomorrow morning. Right now, the indications are suggesting it stays right along the immediate south coast, so we should still get into some of those heavier downpours. And again, we're going to be dealing with this through the morning hours, but by midday and into the afternoon, it exits the coastline. We're left with a lot of clouds, but there's still more energy coming in on the backside. So that means there'll be another round of redeveloping showers and perhaps some thunderstorms for tomorrow night. And then once that clears out, we're looking at a pretty decent midweek stretch, but it's going to be very muggy. Those dew points in the upper 60s to near 70 degrees with a mixture of sun and clouds, and that's our story for Wednesday and Thursday. So for tonight, again, fairly pleasant out there. Dry evening, clouds on the increase, and our temperatures will bottom out in the mid-60s with showers arriving after midnight. And then tomorrow, periods of heavy rain through the morning with embedded thunderstorms, and it'll have to be weather aware. Any of these storms potentially could have some rotation developing. So we'll keep an eye out for that to potentially occur tomorrow morning in the afternoon as clouds with scattered showers. Here's the close-up look, though. So you can see as we get into the early morning hours, here comes some of those heavier rain bands. These are being denoted by pockets of yellows and oranges, even some red showing up, and these could also be the thunderstorm activity as well. Some of the heaviest rain still looks to stay just offshore, and then there'll be another band further to the north. So again, this is between 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Notice how it's all moving through. So this is when you really want to keep an eye into the sky. A lot of clouds for the afternoon. You'll see temperatures topping off into the mid-70s, perhaps it breaks the sun, and then tomorrow evening, another round of showers and storms will be heading on in. Rain totals could be 1 to 2 inches along the south coast. This is just an estimate from the computer model. These numbers could be a little bit higher if you get into those heavier rain bands. Heading into the midweek stretch, hot and very warm and humid with temperatures right around 80 degrees, mixture of sun and clouds. Another storm threat for Friday afternoon will clear out and give us a delightful weekend. That's your latest forecast.